Welcome to the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by Shekina community members. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com.
Hello, this is Ro.
And this is Ray.
It is week 41 of the podcast, and we're sitting in the Sala Shekina garden on a cloudy day with a little adolescent bauble sitting above us. So cute.
So cute. He flies in and out, cocks his head to look at us a few times.
Hello.
From every direction.
Hello.
He wants to examine us.
So cute.
Yes. It's Friday the 12th of July as we record this in northern Thailand.
Just a special note before we get any further. I think this particular meditation is an excellent one for beginners or folks who might be a little bit newer to meditation or maybe haven't tried this style before. So, if you have a friend who you think might enjoy this meditation, maybe send them the link. Even if they haven't maybe listened before, it might be a good one for them to start on.
A good starter one.
I think so.
That's cool. And anytime, share it up, guys.
Yeah, share it up.
Share it up. Share the meditation as much as you like. We don't mind at all.
Please rate and review.
Yes.
All those things. It all helps us get out there a little more and share this beautiful practice with more people.
Yay. Listeners, this podcast is supported by you. Because this podcast is about meditation, we want to keep it ad-free. Our beloved patrons at patreon.com support us for as little as $1 a month. It's super easy and patrons get extra audio every month. You can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast.
Supporting this podcast helps to keep Shekina communities running and free for travelers and spiritual seekers. And it also helps us know that you appreciate what we're doing in putting this podcast out into the world. Patrons, you're the best. You're like butterflies on red zinnias.
Aww. We had a sweet circle the other day where we were worshiping for a long time. It was great. We were singing and singing and singing. And then we shared a little bit about just a moment of love that we felt from God. Like any moment that felt like, that's so beautiful, that feels like love.
Yeah.
And Neil, your husband, started his by saying, I assume you've noticed the butterflies around.
Which is very easy to have a laugh at because there's butterflies everywhere right now. They are so
It was such a great
beautiful.
Understated way to say
Yes.
we're adrift in butterflies right now.
Inundated with beautiful butterflies.
And I really do like a lot of our plants very much. It's great. That's how beautiful you are.
That's how you are, patrons.
Let us know if you get together to listen and meditate with other people. If you have any photos, even if you're sitting by yourself and you just have a little cup of tea or a candle or a plant beside you or a circle or whatever you have. If you have, just send us a little photo. We'll put it on the blog.
Yay, we'll give you a little shout out. It's going to be awesome.
What have you been up to, Ro?
Well, last time we were recording this little intro, we were down at the retreat, at the soul care retreat. So we finished that up over the weekend and came back up the mountain, back to normal life.
Yes.
So I've just been in kind of reflection mode after that and been getting some really beautiful feedback from some of the folks who were there. Actually,
Nice.
from all of the folks who have given me any feedback. It's all been really lovely, very encouraging.
Rightly so.
Yeah, we had a beautiful time down there. So I've just been getting back into life here and then having some reflecting and, trying to learn how to just make it better and better if we're going to do this again in the future, maybe.
Cool.
And then today I'm running around town. I help out this little local charity that assists some of the more marginalized people in our community here. And I just do a little bit of fundraising help for them. So I've been running around doing some of that today. Which has been fun. It's always nice just to touch base with the different shopkeepers around town and say hello. And that's fun.
Awesome.
How about you, Ray?
Well, I'm in the same mode. I'm kind of in a, I don't know, it was a very introspective time. And so it has been an interesting re-entry in lots of ways. Laura's back with us.
Yay.
So that's been really sweet. And we've had a few other visitors around. Deborah from Germany has been with us too. So yeah, sweet moments. We had a beautiful singing circle on Monday. I am launching a book. It's coming out on Monday, on the 15th, and you can find it at my blog if you want to go to my blog. There'll be a link there,
Which is?
journeymama.com.
Just in case people don't know.
Yes, journeymama, M-A-M-A. No tricky letters in there, just M-A-M-A. And yeah, I've been a bit sick. It's a weird one. It's like, you know when you look at a list of symptoms online and it says malaise, and you're like,
Yes.
what is malaise?
You're feeling it right now.
That's kind of what I've been feeling.
You're in the malaise.
Malaise.
Oh,
it's like,
it's awful.
I could just sleep.
Yeah.
It's a weird sickness. It doesn't have a lot of other symptoms.
It's been going around your family too, hey?
Yeah.
We're hoping everyone will be healthy soon.
Me too. I want my energy back.
Heck yes, please.
I like to have my energy. Today's meditation is a lectio divina from several different verses on the theme of light.
It's guided by Ray. You there, Ray. And
Yes,
it's
me.
recorded in northern Thailand. The verses will be listed in the show notes because they come from a variety of places.
Yeah, they do. A lot of different verses.
So the meditation will have 3 parts. In the first part, Ray will guide you through some preparation, including a bit of imagination into the theme of light and dark. Then she will read the verses a number of times with lots of silence in between to explore the words in your imaginations. And for the third part, you can process your experience either by journaling or in a small group if you've been meditating with others. Maybe you can pass around a talking stick or stone and just give each person the opportunity to share something from their experience. Nothing's too small to share, and we find it's a really good experience just to have a safe space to say what happened for you and to be able to listen well to each other.
Such a good way to get to know each other too.
Absolutely.
I feel like you dial past several levels of small talk
Yeah.
when you share in a meditation.
And you always hear something different to what your experience was, and it can open up the verses in a new way.
Yeah, it brings depth,
It does.
more layers of depth.
It's beautiful. Let's begin.
Everybody. It's a good time to begin. Welcome to Shekina Meditation. We are here to practice meditation together in a style that is all about creating space for the presence of God to enter in and speak to each of us, however that happens for us. So the Spirit of God has a different way of speaking to each one of us. Some of us it's through pictures, some through words, some through sounds. Some of us like to dream and go off in daydreams. And when we create the space and silence to do that together, then we can each engage with words and with the Spirit of God in our own way. So what we do today is all about creating that space to meet with the divine and to be together with God in a space that is together. So I want to encourage you guys to be, I'm going to be guiding you, but be as free as you want to be. Like completely, feel free to even just go off script or whatever, just head off in your own meditation. And I will try to be a guide that is a little bit out of the way as much as possible so that you guys can meet with God yourselves. Today we will do a meditation that is sort of a lectio divina, but it's a topical meditation on light in the Bible. And I will start with a little bit of guiding to help your minds become quiet. We start to focus on the body and become very mindful of what's going on around us in order to become quiet in the heart and in the mind. And then I will guide you through a bit of an imagination on darkness so that as we move into a meditation on light, there's a bit of context for it. And then at the end, we always have a talking circle. And in the talking circle, you are free to use the talking stick to share what you felt and experienced during the meditation. And it's a time where we continue the meditation in a way by hearing from other people about how they experience the words. And it sort of deepens and brings all the different dimensions to our meditation. And we get to hear from each other about what we felt and what we experienced. You are welcome no matter what your background is, no matter what your spiritual path is, no matter where you come from, whether this is your first time meditating, you are completely welcome here. And you're welcome to experience these words wherever you are today. There is no proper way to do this. And the experience of meditation is a practice, and it is something that is kind of a discipline where we're learning to be in that space and be focused. But part of that is wandering off in our heads and then coming back. So it can be distracting if you start to get angry with yourself for trying to do something the right way in the middle of a meditation. So just remember that there's no right way. There's nothing that you are doing right or wrong, and this is the point. Part of it is bringing your mind back. So if you wander off, just very gently lead yourself back. And yeah, the frustration is not necessary. It's all going away and coming back is part of it. What else? I think that's it. Let's begin with posture. So let's find a way to sit that feels strong, I guess. Feels like you're using your spine to support your body and your stomach to support your spine, and just that you're relaxing your shoulders. During the meditation, you're free to move around as you like. If you need to shift, you can totally shift. You don't have to keep one position. And I am happy to see, whatever it is that you need to do to be comfortable during this meditation. Let's close our eyes to start. And begin with breath. Using breath to kind of arrive in the space. Becoming aware of each breath, filling your lungs, and then emptying out. Just follow your breath. Imagine it bringing oxygen to your blood and then to every part of your body. From your toes to your head. Top of your scalp. If you have any kinks in your neck or your shoulders, you can move around a little bit. Work the knots out. Draw your attention to your sense of touch. What do you feel around you? The place where you connect to the ground. Your ankles, your seat. Your feet. Notice the air on your skin. As you feel yourself here, sitting in this shape, the air touching you, connected to the ground, begin to think about the connection that you have to the divine. How does the divine interact with you? Little touches on your skin. Sounds that you hear. How do you connect with the presence of the Spirit of God? Become aware of the sounds around you. Try to find the quietest sound and the loudest sound. Sounds can be so helpful in a meditation to remind you to come back to your place of focus. Or you can use them to enhance your meditation, to bring them into your meditation. Thinking about sound and what you hear and how it affects you. Imagine that your thoughts are running beside you in a small stream, in whatever shape that they take in that stream. Take a moment to notice what thoughts are going through your head, what thoughts are running along the stream. Maybe there are things that have followed you here today from your morning, or things that you need to do later in the day. Take a moment to see what's there, what's flowing by. Imagine walking along beside the stream and walking away a little ways until you reach a quiet pool where everything is still. This flat, still water in front of you. Maybe the little ripples place that is yours, your own place of stillness, for you to meet with the divine presence. You are welcome here. You are not alone. Spirit of God has invited you here, and it is a place of love. If you have a desire or a thought, a hope, a question, that you want to offer to God right now, and you feel comfortable to do that, you can do that. Just imagine offering it, your question in your hands, or your intention, your desire. It could be something like, I'm here, or draw near to me. Whatever it is, just take a moment and offer it if you feel comfortable. Imagine yourself in a forest at night, and it's completely dark. You can't see a thing. You're on a path. You know you started out on the path. But without seeing it, what happens to you? Imagine trying to make your way down a path in a forest, in the dark. Now imagine the same thing in the light of the morning. The same path, same trees. Getting from one place to another in the light. Imagine yourself in a kitchen somewhere. In a power cut. Trying to make food. Trying to move around, find what you need. Just make yourself something to eat. Imagine doing the same thing. The power comes back on. It's nighttime, but you have light. How does your body connect differently to the world when you can see compared to when you cannot see? Is there a way that you move differently? I will read through a few verses about light and darkness in the Bible. Some of these verses are from time of when Jesus was, words from Jesus or words about Jesus. There's one verse from the Psalms. All of them are written in a time when people had no electricity, no way of making light similar to daytime light after the sunset. Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light for my path. Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light for my path. People who were sitting there in the dark have seen a huge light. Living in the dark, dark country of death, they watched the sun rise over them. People who were sitting there in the dark have seen a huge light. Living in the dark, dark country of death, they watched the sun rise over them. What came into existence was life, and the life was light to live by. The life light blazed out of the darkness, and the darkness couldn't put it out. What came into existence was life, and the life was light to live by. The life light blazed out of the darkness, and the darkness couldn't put it out. Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. When anything is seen in the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. As it says, "Awake, O sleeper, rise from the dead, Christ will shine on you." When anything is seen in the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. As it says, "Awake, O sleeper, rise from the dead, Christ will shine on you." As you start to come back to yourself, notice what you hear, what you feel. In your body. Become aware of your breath. And slowly bring yourself back to the circle, preparing to move into a time of sharing. When you are ready, take a few deep breaths and begin your time of journaling or sharing with others. Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation each week, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Have a beautiful week. Blessings to you.